So you're thinking about moving to Ridgefield, Washington. These are the pros and cons that you need to know before you do that. Hey, welcome back to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm Hannah. I'm so excited for you to be here, so thank you for watching this video today. Please feel free to subscribe if you want to be the first one to know about all things living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington. And today we're going to go over Ridgefield, Washington. What are the pros and cons of living in Ridgefield? Well, Ridgefield has been around for a long time, and fun fact, Ridgefield was the birthplace of U-Haul. Yes, U-Haul, so that's kind of what they're known for. But Ridgefield is still a small town. There's like 8,000 people that live here. So I'm gonna give you all my thoughts on the city and if you should move there or not. My first pro on the list for Ridgefield is the schools. So the schools are well rated and they're mostly newer, which is great, beautiful place to be. And that means the school district is small, so you keep a little bit more control. And if you like that small town vibe, this might be it for you. My second pro on the list just ties into what I said, which is that Ridgefield is a smaller place to be. Population, even though it might seem a little bit bigger, is still 8,000, which is pretty small. It's small enough to know a lot of people there. So if that's what you prefer, this might be a good spot for you. Another pro about Ridgefield, Washington is that most of the city is new homes. And when I say new homes, I mean homes built after around the 2000-ish time. So homes that are less than 20 years old. That's what most of the homes up there are. There's brand new development, so you could move into a house that no one's ever lived in before. And there's lots of resale of those homes that have been built over the last 20 years. If that's your style, this is a great place to be, and I want to say it's marginally more affordable than Vancouver proper. As for entertainment in Ridgefield, Ridgefield has plenty of opportunities for fun stuff. I like the Ridgefield Raptors, going up there in the summertime and watching a little baseball game. Not super expensive, so that's really fun. Ridgefield also has a couple really nice wineries, so I enjoy going to those for events, and they're just really fabulous in the summer. Great place to hang out with your friends. There's also opportunities for golfing, and there's plenty of undeveloped land up there, so there's hikes and trails and all of that good stuff that you think about when you think of the Pacific Northwest. Okay, so as I'm standing here editing the video, I can't believe I forgot to mention 𝐂𝐻𝐿 Casino up in Ridgefield. This is a huge casino we have, which has lots to do, tons of jobs, great for entertainment. Tons of concerts come there. They always have fun events. They did like a Dancing with the Stars thing a couple weeks ago. An amazing thing to do in Ridgefield, and I definitely find myself up there from time to time. Also a great place to work if you're in entertainment. My last big pro that really sticks out to me about Ridgefield would be the Port of Ridgefield. So that's pretty self-explanatory. It's the port in Ridgefield, and right now it's just kind of basic and there's not really much to do there in the way of entertainment for the public, but they're going to be redoing it over the next decade or so, and it's going to turn into more of what we're seeing at the downtown Vancouver waterfront, where it's a place for entertainment, for people to gather, for restaurants and bars, and some sort of walking opportunities, nature opportunities, likely apartments and condos as well, so living opportunities. And that's just really going to spruce up the city and make it an even more desirable place to be. Let's get on to my cons about Ridgefield, because this is really important for you to know too. Obviously, we don't want you to move somewhere that's not a good fit. So I think my biggest con, and for other people as well, about Ridgefield would be that it's a bit of a bedroom community. So in past years, when the price gap was more significant between Ridgefield and Vancouver proper, people would move up there to get a little bit less expensive of a house, and then they'd still work in Vancouver or Portland. So people are commuting south for the most part. That brings me into my con number 2, which is southbound traffic, or in the afternoons, northbound traffic. I've touched on traffic many times because this is a question I get from people who want to move here. I don't think the traffic's terrible. Like, it's an extra 30 to 45 minutes depending on the day and where you're going and what time it is. But you know, if you're gonna live up there, you've got to understand that the main way to get up and down is gonna be the I-5, so you're gonna get caught in some traffic. My final con about Ridgefield, which may not even really be a con in the long run, is that the historic downtown is a little bit sleepy. It needs a little bit of a revitalization, much like Camas has, where it's really a hop-in place to be, but that means that there's room for improvement, so that's good. Hopefully we get to see that come to life in the next couple years. I also want to touch on really briefly the investment potential of Ridgefield. I know a lot of rentals go up in Ridgefield, and I see it as a really great place to prospectively invest, whether it be like an attached townhome or a single family home on a small lot. But people that are looking for a relatively affordable place to stay and just, you know, don't care too much about the amenities are really happy to live in a basic 3-bedroom, 2-bath, nice house up in Ridgefield and commute a little bit. So if you're interested in those investment opportunities, please reach out to me. Would love to hook you up with that. Those are my main thoughts on Ridgefield, Washington. I know it was kind of short and basic, but it's a town of 8,000. It doesn't have, you know, this big, huge, boisterous personality that maybe a place like Camas or Vancouver or Portland has, but it's certainly a great place to be, a great place for investment, and I think it's really going to take off over the next decade. If you have any additional questions about Ridgefield, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, or you can reach out to me directly and my team at Dubyne Realty Group. Feel free to send us an email, DM me on Instagram at Hannah Dubyne, send me a text, and I would love to connect with you. Bye!